many of you run companies? All right. Now, how many of you, for example, I have a teacher in the back. The gentleman is a teacher, right? He said, I've got a class of 100 people or 50 or 20 people, and they drive me insane because they don't listen to me. Or, they irritate me. So I get angry. So I said to him, imagine him being able to sit down with his students and asking the question, if there was one emotion you could add in your life, what would it be? And somebody says, oh, more courage, more this, more that. And he gets to know that. And he finds out what the pattern is for them to feel that. He could actually motivate every single person. Now, this in some way is somewhat like a classroom, somewhat. So my job is to look around and see everybody in this room, see what their emotions are like, how they are, and use this kind of stuff in order to trigger you. So this is really a fantastic blueprint. So here's an example. I'm asking you to do one emotion. You could actually have 4 or 5 negative emotions. You could be angry, frustrated, you could be depressed, you could be lonely, right? Let's say 4. And you could now say, okay, what happens when I'm lonely? I sit there and I grumble, I moan, I talk like this. And you write it down. What happens when I'm angry? You write it down. What happens when I'm this? And what emotion do I need? You write it down. You could actually have a blueprint of exactly what emotion to create. Don't forget, we're still only on level 1, which is the source. If I don't get this right, there's no point me moving ahead on this program. I'm being honest with you. You've got to understand, even though this may be really ABC stuff, it's ABC. It's not complex. But this is it. If you can get your understanding here that this is what we're trying to do. I'm trying to say to you, here's an emotion that you don't need in your life. So that lady, young lady there, anger. She doesn't need anger. She needs what? Calmness, happiness, joy, whatever it may be. So let's say we'll take calmness as an example. So if she's angry, we now know that her pattern for anger happens like this. If she's aware of it, the next time she gets angry and she starts going, her brain will say, you are getting angry. I'm telling you, watch, it'll happen. Her brain will say, you are getting angry. What will she do? She'll do a pattern interrupt. It's called a pattern interrupt, which means she may actually sit down. She may actually go and do something. She may actually say, you know what, I'll come back in a minute. She may go to the bathroom. She may wash her face. She may drink a cup of tea. She may do something. But because she's aware now of the pattern, she has to interrupt it. Does the brain like anger? No, it doesn't like negative emotions. It moves away from pain. And the reason why she doesn't get away, she gets angry, because right now anger is serving her really well. It gives her attention from her husband. When she's angry, the husband comes running and says, oh, there, baby, let's go on holiday again. That's what he does. He'll take her on holiday twice a month. Now he's going to increase it to 3 or 4 times maybe, because every week holiday chill for a whole week. No headache. It's true. So what does she do? She uses anger to get her attention. Now she's going to say to herself, how can I change this behavior? Because holidays give me temporary happiness. I want permanent happiness. What physiology do I need to adopt to be calm? Oh, to be calm, I need to be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. What do I need to focus on? I need to focus on how good my husband is, how good my life is, how good my family is, how good everything is, how good my house is, how good my environment is, how good is the fact that I'm living in this beautiful house. I'm living in a house, I'm getting food, focus is good. What language can I do? When my husband comes home, I'm going to just go up to him and tell him and look him in his eyes and say, you're the most incredible man in the world. I'm going to make sure he feels good. I'm going to take care of my mother-in-law. And when I'm taking care of them, I'm going to tell my mother-in-law and father-in-law, I know you're not well. I know you're going through a lot of pain. I understand that. But I'm here for you. Don't worry. No matter what you say about my son, I'm going to still be here for you. Now, if that happens, what kind of state will she become in? She'll be totally empowered. Because all we're doing is creating a state. That's it. So what I do for a living is I help people change their. That's what I do. There's nothing else that I do. That lady who's at the back was saying, she changed her life by coming to the blueprint. I didn't do anything really. She woke up one day, she came to the event, she heard something, she changed the state, her whole life changes, and now she goes happy. So that is all of it. Other people will say, you know what, I need to work on this and work on this and work on this and work on this. So if I'm happy, if she's happy, what does she need to believe to be happy? She needs to believe that in-laws are really good. She needs to believe that life is really good. She needs to believe her husband is really good. If she believes that, she'll also be happy. But that's still hard work. When you're going through a tough time, big positive beliefs is hard work.